Hey folks, and welcome to the Pipnotic Symposium for the 14th of October 2019. Today we're going to start with clean charts, and we're going to run through all the major pairs and a few extras and see what we have setting up. So we have something here that was respected for a while, and now it's gone. You can see it kind of cut through it here. So the origin of the move that traded below this is actually this one here, but this one has already been passed, and so we want to look higher. So we have this one here, which is interesting. It tested once, and this is the origin of the move that tested it. And here we have the parent and the child, and I want to take the parent, so the entry will be just up there. So I'm going to put that on. First of all, I'm going to see, I want these to expire in a week. Good. So I'm going to put the order in at 10098. One. Go like that. It'll plop that in there. Then we have our stop there. That's fine. So we'll leave that on. And again, these are just what I'm doing. These are my trades that I'm putting out there. You're welcome to take them, but you're doing so on your own discretion and via your own analysis. These are only my trade ideas. Okay, you don't have to take these. This is just what I'm doing. So if we have a look here, go to the 4-hour chart. We want to see some areas that have been removed by opposing supply or demand. And so we have, see how price kind of tested this area a few times here, and now it's gone, and the area that removed that was just about here. Okay, but I want to go to the smaller time frame and the bigger just to see what that looks like. And so if we look at that on this time frame, we can see that we had this was tested, and then this is the one that cut through it. And so for this, I'd be keen on buying here, doing this, and then doing maybe 1.5 times the size of that area. So we'd be doing something like that. Okay, so that's gone. But before we do anything else, let's go to the daily and have a look at what we're doing. I want to make sure that we're clear. And you can see here that we had this area here, which has been taken out, tested, and it's been taken out by this. And so I'm going to move my entry lower like that, plus a little bit more. I think that looks a little bit good. And you can see here below price, sorry, my wife is hammering on something upstairs. So you can see here that the 10970 is down here. We're reacting at weekly demand. So we can expect price to potentially wriggle a little bit higher. So I'm going to put that on 1.0970. Plop that in there. Move that there. And so the area that might be interesting to look for an exit, we have this. First of all, we had this. We have this, which was tested. Now it's gone. The origin of the move that took that out is up here. So we're just below that. So that's fine. So we'll leave that on there. Okay, let's go to the 4-hour and keep that like that. And we'll have a look at the Aussie US dollar. What's going on here? So we're reacting at monthly demand. You can see a big fat one. We're wriggling higher. We have higher lows forming, so we have demand forming below price. And notice here that we have price tested these levels here a couple of times, and now it's gone. And the origin of the price move that went through that, go away fly, is down here. So I'll be keen to do something around here. Okay, so the 67.28, so I'll put that on as well. This is 7 microlots. And if we look here, we can see that we had some bounces at this level here. The area that took that out is here, so I'm going to move my target to about right here. Okay, right, dollar CAD. What's going on here? Let's have a look. What's going on here? Well, we're certainly wriggling lower, aren't we? So we want to find some areas that have been respected and then consumed. We had a lot of respect around this area here. Let's say it's about here. Test, test, test. Price went up and now we've taken it out, and the area it did that is here. Around there. So we could also notice that the high of the bar that went down is a little bit deeper. It's right there. So this is where we would look to get involved. We'll put the bar at the top there so we have plenty of room. This is the 132.93. We'll put that one in as well. One 32.93. We'll plop that in there and see if we get our stop close. Oh man, that noise is going to drive me crazy. Right, that's what we have there. Let's have a look at the American dollar, Japanese yen. What's going on here? We can see that we're wriggling lower, but we have started to move higher. We're reacting to this daily supply, which we've had our eye on for a while. Tested once, twice, and then we're having a third attempt. But notice what we can see here. We had this tested, taken out. The area that did it is this here. This one is pretty much gone. The area that did it is lower. Okay, and so we can see that. The indicator is trying to tell us that we have this one here. So the low of the candle here to about there, but pretty far up. What I'd prefer to do on this time frame is look at this. See, it's gone. Okay, tested. We had quite a lot of like micro areas here as well. We had these as well in here. Tested, pushed through. Price came all the way back and then it shot north. So it's not huge clarity. So let's go to the daily again and have a look, so we can find some clarity. And there's not a whole lot of clarity there. So maybe let's go to the smaller time frame. You just want to see something that makes sense, and sometimes you can't on some time frames where it forces you to try something else. And so we have this. See these big pushes higher, departures. First of all, we have this tested. So this is gone. This is the area that did it. Remove that. So tested. Now it's gone. The area that did it is this one here. Okay, so here, 2 times the size. I'll take that one. Buy at 107.52. 107.52. Plop that in there. Put that there. Go see what we should have our opposing stuff going on. You know, it's not very clear at the moment, so we'll just go like this. We'll have a 1 to 2. Go to the pound. What do we have here on the daily? Hey, we've had some pretty strong pushes higher. So let's find out exactly what is doing what. So we had this. Which is probably going to be clear on the daily chart. Yes. Mark this off. To find some old. This is gone. It's traded above it. So this one is the origin of that. This one is removed by this, and this one is tested and then removed by this. We'll mark up this whole area and we'll have a look on the 4 hour, and you can see it right there. So candle to the left, this one, the deepest retracement. What's going on there? So we have this. But when you have liquidity voids like this, I'd feel more inclined to wait for price to come lower. I don't like these that much, so I'll leave that on there, but I won't do anything. Okay, let me go to this one here. What's going on? Well, we're wriggling lower. You can see we're wriggling lower here. So let's find some demand that was consumed. First of all, we need to see what this was. Scroll back until we find it. There it is. It's this. Tested there. That's tested. Now we have another test. It's not gone yet, so that's still there. And so, I mean, you can keep selling until you have areas of demand forming below price, and we don't really have that too much. We had some tests here, maybe here. These are gone. The origin is here. The software found that for us. Excuse me. This is tested now. Tested. Now it's going through, so we could have something forming here. Probably go to the hourly for clarity. Yeah. So pull back and then release. So this one would be looking at that, 2 times the size, about there. So we'd be looking at that, I think, for this. But it's not very pretty. I wouldn't do anything here for the timing. I'll wait and see what happens. Okay, but ideally what we want to happen here is let's find a nice meaty area. So we have this. There's something in here that's not giving way. Let's find that on the hourly. Okay, so we had this one here. It's gone. The area that did it is here. 2 times the size. That's what we got there. We haven't quite got there. That's a pretty good area. So I'd say we can certainly look at that. And we'll remove this one. We can definitely look at that to get short. I'll move it up like that, and we can have a look here. Yes, well, I like that. The green candle's there. It's pretty clear here. I mean, we can just do this on this time frame. We have the demand. Test it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and it cut away. And here we have the demand. So the supply that did it, the cutaway is right there. So this is where we go. Okay, so I'm going to put that in. This is 8 micro lots. We're selling at 90.61. 90.61. Lob that in there. We don't really know. We don't have any demand yet to put our target at, so we'll just do 1 to 2 risk reward. We'll leave that. Aussie franc. Goody. Daily. What are we doing? Well, we've tested. Okay, let's have a look. A closer look. Let's go to the 4 hour. We can probably see it. So we have this. Tested a bunch. It's gone. Slingshot. It's pulled back to here before it went through. Which brings our attention to this. It's tested a bunch and it's holding. Did we get? Yeah, we did actually. We got back to the edge of the slingshot. Magnifique. 1, 2, 3. Now it's going that way. And here we have something in here. Hourly. Here it is. Here it is. Tested, tested. Now it's gone. The area that did it is this one. Price tested it, bounced. Now we're coming back down here. So now we want to find these small ones that are equally interesting. So we had this here. Tested, tested, tested. The price cut away. And this is where the origin of the move is. Tested, tested, tested. So this is tested once, twice, 3 times. Oh, almost went through it. And then now we went up. So where do you want to buy? Okay, put it back. Where would you buy? Tested, tested, tested. You can see all this. This is the candle left. The slingshot went back to here. So this is our entry there. And this is the area. Look at something like that. Okay. I think that's all right. That's at the 6,700. Oh, 3. I don't care. Let's go like that. Boom. Oh, that was a big stop. Big target. 1, 2. Let's have a look there. So we want to find. That's good enough. We'll leave it at that for the time being. Okay. Cool. Aussie yen. What's it doing? Well, we've got a bit going on here. We have this. Something was in here. What was it? Here. Tested once, twice, 3 times. Now it's gone. The area that did it is down here. Slingshot was pulled back to there. Oh, don't like. Messy, messy. I would go for this one because this is the one. Got to put it on the right time frame. So we had this one. And this one is okay because this is actually the one that caused this to be removed. Okay, this one right here cut through it. So that's gone. You probably go like this. Get both of those on. Okay, so this is the bottom of the slingshot, and then the push north. So I like that. It's like a pretty tiny stop, 20 pips or so. I'll go like that before I do anything. Yeah, that's pretty low, which I like. I don't like those tiny stops. Some of these trading dudes like, yeah, I get in, I have this position, I got like a 7 pip stop. I mean, that's ludicrous. It's absolutely ludicrous, I think. So I'm gonna go like this, make it a little bit bigger. Just gonna put it at the bottom. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. What's the range of the day? 80 pips to 75. That's good enough. So I'll leave it at that. I want this to wriggle around a little bit. Had this one took out this one, so this is it. This is kind of the origin of it. If you wanted to get funny about it, you could look here at the bodies. You could go like that, 2 times the size of that. Let's see what that looks like on the smaller time frame. Yeah, you know what? I'll leave it like that. It's kind of not like a pretty one. Let me see. You know what? This is not jumping out at me, so I'm not going to do anything. I'm going to pass on it. I'm going to go for another pair. Good. So what do we have here? Got a few orders in there. So this one here, bounced, gone. This is kind of the pullback before price left, so this should actually be like this. Then it went away. So that one's already covered, so I won't do anything there. Euro and a Kiwi. Daily we're moving higher. That's what we're doing on the weekly. Pretty high. pretty high actually. What does that mean? That means, well, kind of short-ish. We have this. Go on, the high is here. Up to here. This is tested, held nicely. Now it's moving lower. So price is probably going to move high. Beginning of the sell zone is now up there. But looking at this, I'd be okay about selling from the high here to up there. And the reason is because this candle, the body, this is in the range of the previous, blah, blah, blah. And then the pullback of the candle that left is to here. So that's fine. So I'll leave that. When price left here, well, this is the origin of the move that took out a lot of micro demand throughout here. Okay. So wait and see. We also have this. Tested, now gone. What area did it? This one. Okay, so that's there. So I'm going to put in one on both sides. 169.08. That's 3. 177.85. Let's plop that in there. Good. Cool. So we'll leave that. Dollar, Singaporean dollar. What do we got going here? Let's see. I'm getting close to this one, which I like. This is cool, and the reason I like this is because, let's find it. We had this. Oops. Wrong thing. This is gone. The origin, the move that did that is here. We have another one here. Sorry, got a couple. So this one took out this one and that one, but we can't see it on this time frame. So we go to the smaller time frame and kind of see it here. See, this one's gone, and the origin of the one that did it is kind of here. But this one has already traded back at this level, which is here, so I just dropped it a little bit lower. Okay, and this one here was consumed by this one here. Hence my entry right there. So I'll leave that in there. Let's see what happens. Getting close. Getting very close. Put on the daily so we can see it. And we'll wait and see. Let's see what it looks like. Well, that's fine. That's fine. You know what? I'm just going to have a look at that little pattern on the small time frame. Make sure there's no... See, looking on this one here. That looks alright. I would maybe even do this, because slingshot release. Matter of fact, I'll do that, and I'll put this in there just so we can see it. Matter of fact, I better put on the small time frame so I can see, so I know what one it was qualified on. Cool. So you got that. Good. Kiwi. Let's see, daily chart. I love these weekly levels. They hold almost always. You could train the weekly areas blindly and probably do pretty good. Okay, so then we're going lower. We're reacting. We're pretty close. It's the beginning of the buy zone. Something that doesn't make me feel that comfortable about buying is because boom, 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 boom. You expect price to continue moving lower past this and down into this area here. So I might consider to buy, but it would be lower down here. So for the time being, I'd certainly be looking to sell. So let's find somewhere to sell. Okay, so we had this. The area that did that, where is it? We can't see it on that time frame, but we can see it very clearly on this time frame. So I'll mark it off. See, this is kind of the left. Kind of the left, so the higher that's beginning of the sell zone. And we kind of put it up like that. So what's the range? The range is 40 pips. So if we put the range, the stop at about the same-ish, I think we'll be good to go. Or until the high, which is 34 plus 2 times 2, it's about 68. Yeah, so we got that right there. Super, so I'll give that a shot. 6555. 6555. Put that there. We don't really know where the demand is yet because it's not there. We'll do it 2 times, and then we'll leave it on the daily. We can watch it. Okay, this is interesting, isn't it? On the daily chart, we have this, which was tested and now removed. What area did that? Well, the area that did that is here. So we could do something like this, which is a high of that. So it's just a better price, which I like, and I like this one here as well. But I think this is probably the one that's interesting to us. Let's have a look at that on the small time frame. And you think, that looks bloody horrible, doesn't it? It does. It looks really bad. So I want to look higher. So for this one, I'm going to go all the way up here. Accumulation, bounce, bounce. But I can keep moving higher. This is the one that went through this one, and the pullback was here. So I'd go here. Can you see that? Just keeps going higher and higher. I like that one. So I'm not going to sell below because I don't like any of those other ones. So we'll leave that. Aussie Kiwi daily. What are we doing? We're moving pretty high. Okay, we got some interesting stuff in here. We got a lot of bouncing there. The high of the area, the cut through it is this right here. So go from here to the top. And if you look clearly right there, you can see that we have this one, and then this one just above it. So I'd be keen to look at that one. Bit of a gap above, and be done with that. Okay, this is on the left. We took out whatever's in there. That's what we have. Look at the monthly, weekly. Yeah, it's nice because it's okay, and the weekly it's clear. See, we had price defending this box, and then from this price level and higher, we went through. Okay, and so I would be looking to sell right there, just at the accumulation distribution there, for this reason. So new order, the baby. 10924, 10924, 10924. Boom. Move that higher. else we got there? CAD yen. Let's see if there's anything there. Oh, look at that. At 1.0 level. Good lord. So, low, high, higher, low, higher, high. That means we have demand respecting these levels. Let's have a look, see if we can find. No, it's too of a. I don't like when the price pokes up like that, because it makes me feel as if it's going to kind of move down. We might have a bounce here, but I don't like that. So I'll pass. What do you got here? Actually, we have enough. I'm going to leave these in there, and we'll leave it at that. If you have any questions, please post them in the forum. Until then, have a lovely day.